Be sure to order your copy of the Go-Go Offense by Coach Brennan Marion on footballgameplan.com/GoGoOffense. Coach Marion goes through the ins and outs of his explosive offense, one that's tearing up the college football field and putting a lot of points on the scoreboard. Again, you can order your copy at footballgameplan.com/GoGoOffense. Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bringing you another edition of 4 Downs with the Czar here at MetLife Stadium, where the New York Giants and New York Jets played for the Battle of New York, and the Jets came away victorious by the score of 34-27. Starting with my offensive takeaways, looking at the New York Jets in this ballgame. First down, there was no running game to speak of. This was all about Sam Darnold and finding ways to move the sticks and have success inside the red zone. Darnold, I thought, played a solid game, helping his offense down the field, putting up 27 points offensively. One score was by the defense. We'll get to that later. But Darnold played an efficient game, avoided the costly turnover, moved the offense down the field, was successful on third downs, and had some success moving his football against his Giants secondary, especially in the passing game. You saw Jamison Crowder have some success. You also saw Demaryius Thomas have success. So the passing game for the Jets was one of the reasons why they won this ball game. Second down, looking at the Giants' offensive takeaways, no running game to speak of. It was just like Le'Veon Bell and the New York Jets. There was no running game for either quarterback in this contest. Saquon Barkley was held under wraps. Daniel Jones actually finished as the top rusher on the Giants football team. Now, Daniel Jones statistically had a really good day throwing the football, 4 touchdown passes. His chemistry with Darius Slayton, is very evident. This was a guy that connected with 2 big touchdowns for Slayton, who finished as the leading receiver on his football team for the Giants. So the combination between Jones and Slayton has definitely been something that the passing game can hang its hats on. And also, Golden Tate stepped up big with another couple touchdowns in this ball game. So those 4 touchdowns between those 2 players. What was the problem for Daniel Jones? The turnovers once again. The fumbles don't show up in the stat sheet as far as, completions, yards, touchdowns, and interceptions. The fumbles have been critical for Daniel Jones, and it's another reason why the Giants offense couldn't get enough rhythm to where they could win this ball game. Those turnovers were deadly because they killed scoring opportunities, and one fumble in particular cost them 7 points, as Jamal Adams was able to rip the football away from Daniel Jones and score on this end of the football field. Third down defensive takeaways for the Jets. Out there, the defensive line gave the Giants offensive front problems all game long. One player in particular, Nathan Shepard, who is now back and just playing football, playing good football. He had a great day. 3 tackles, 3 TFLs, and a sack. So he was a constant nuisance amongst other guys up front for that Giants offensive line. On the back end, I thought they did a solid job when they had to. Yeah, they gave up a lot of yards and some touchdowns to these Giants receivers in that passing game, but when they needed to shut down the passing game the most, they stepped up to the plate. So I thought it was more about the defensive front and also that pass rush. Jordan Jenkins had 3 sacks as well, so he found his way back there to the quarterback. The defense as a whole has 6 total sacks. So the front 7, I thought, played a well of a game and did a great job and shut it down what the Giants wanted to do offensively. Fourth down, Giants defense, I thought, again, their defense played well up front. I saw some good things from those defensive linemen. You talk about Delvin Tomlinson, Dexter Lawrence, nice little twist game up front to where they were clogging up that run game. And again, they put it all on Sam Darnold and that passing offense. Now, their secondary gave up some big plays deep down the field, which ultimately cost them in this contest. But their defense couldn't really get key stops to get that offense off the field. So defensively, it wasn't the best game for the Giants. Again, you're playing with a young defense, but they had to come up big and get stops. And that's something that we couldn't see from them in this ball game. So that's a wrap here from MetLife Stadium. Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Be sure to follow me on all of my social media accounts. Don't forget to check out and subscribe to the Football Game Plan Network, located at youtube.com/footballgameplan. Also subscribe on iTunes to the Football Game Plan podcast. We can find our NFL All 32 podcasts on iTunes and leave us a 5-star rating. And keep it locked on the Game Plus Network every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time for Football Game Plan's NFL All 32 show, where David Hassagen, myself, and others will break down every game on the upcoming NFL weekly schedule. You can find it again on the Game Plus Network, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Check with your cable provider for channel listings.